Hey everybody, this is Doc Mack from the Galloping Ghost Arcade out in Brookfield, Illinois. Today is Thursday, June 18, 2020. We are here at the Galloping Ghost Arcade, just doing a quick walk around today. We're running a little bit late. There's so much stuff going on. Gearing up for this Saturday, reopening to the public, and arcade is looking great. Still a lot of stuff that we have to get set up and a lot of fine tuning, and sorry in advance to everybody. I've been getting so many emails and Facebook messages and texts. Definitely a little bit far behind on catching up, so if anybody's been trying to get in touch with me, I apologize, just because it's been spending most of my time down here making sure that everything is starting up and playing great, looking great. So anxious for Saturday. Shout outs to Gabe and Kevin saying happy Thursday, almost Friday. Hello. Chance and George and Dennis joining us. Thank you for being here. James saying good evening, glad you're up and running. We're getting there. There's still, as I walk around, there's a few machines that are still dark. Just have to figure out what's going on with some of the electric and getting everything set up. It's been crazy, 773 machines that everything's been rearranged, everything's been gone through. The last rearrange and the movements on it really kind of took its toll on some of the machines, so trying to play catch up on that. We were pretty much at 100%, and now there's so many machines that are tripping because of breakers and stuff, so sorting all of it out, and hopefully by Saturday we'll be ready to roll. Shout outs to Mark and Brian saying, where can I get a good Killer Instinct 2 cabinet? You know, I saw one on Facebook Marketplace earlier today. I think it was out east though, but not too bad to have cabinets shipped in. Everett joining us, thank you for being here. Charles, Dan Icavelli, and James joining us. Thank you all for joining us today. Jim saying, love the sound of Galloping Ghost coming back to life. It's quite a thing, and it's nice to hear all the sounds, seeing a few more of the regulars show up. Of course, Fat Chris is still here, Jeff Lucas is here, and it's great to see them. We appreciate them coming in and joining us, and hopefully enjoying it's quiet here now, where we'll have to see what happens when come Saturday. Gabe saying, how's Golden Axe Duel? That is currently down at the pinball expansion as we're waiting to get ready for our Canton expansion. So we are literally at the time when we are out of space on the arcade floor, especially after this rearrange. We've had to move a few machines over to make room. They're right at the expansion, so as soon as that takes place, they'll be back with the rest of everything. Everything is playable and accessible, so it'll be nice though to have it all set up, and once that pass-through is in. Johnny sending 250 stars. Thank you so much for that, man. Very, very much appreciated. Matthew and Simon and Big Frank, hello. Paul DeCruz joining us, as well as Greg and Ken Walker, Master Tech down at Galloping Ghost Pinball. Brian saying, listen to you on the Man Cow show. Good interview. Thank you so much. You know, Man Cow's been so amazing to us, and keeps talking about us, and huge shout outs to Man Cow. Catch him on WLS in the morning. He's often giving away day passes and stuff, which is it's great to have Mancow, who's been on forever, just kind of introduced the place through a mutual friend, Barsum, and just been talking to him ever since, and he's been so generous with his time and having us on, and just been promoting us, and he just is such a fan of local businesses like that, so huge thanks to Mancow for that. Definitely, we see a lot of people coming, oh, I heard about you on the Man Cow show. It was just absolutely awesome. Paul saying, what's up, bro? I'm late. late one today. Sorry, man. My fault. We actually started a bit late today, so that's on me. Paul saying it's going to be an epic weekend for you. Can't wait to join you in August. This weekend is definitely going to be interesting. It'll be good. It'll be good. We're anxious to see what happens. It's been a slow build-up. People were allowed back in on Monday. It was great to have people here for Monday Mystery. Very energetic crowd. I see Fat Chris walking up. Fat Chris, is there news of something?
Maybe a little bit. So there was a world record held by this guy named Fat Chris on RevX.
He's a good guy at Revolution X.
It's my secret. But it was 2,900,000 and some change. So I just got 3,077,000 and some change. So if anybody wants to play me on Revolution X, please, I would love to play you and show you everything, how to get that score. I'm not one to hide stuff like that. So hope y'all are having a good day.
Congratulations, man. Very awesome. New Revolution X world record going on. Brucina saying, Doc, you have a glow about you. Yeah, I catch light weird and turn a weird color sometimes. Brucina saying, excited for you and your team and the players. Thank you so much for that. I'm very excited to have the players back and see what they're thinking about all the new improvements. And right here you can see we got some new carpet. We've got super wide aisles now. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Fat Chris putting up a new world record. How awesome is that? You know, it was excellent starting Monday. Guys like Stephen Lucas already jumping back in on scores and everything. So it's going to be interesting come Saturday. We've also got, I was just talking with the legend, one of the legends of the industry, Brian Colin. And it's looking like, you know, he might very well make it out here on Saturday. So he's going to be bringing some artwork with him. Brian Colin, who's made games like Rampage World Tour, Zawackery, Sarge. He did all the artwork. He's just a phenomenal artist. And it's looking like he's going to be here on Saturday signing autographs and stuff. So how crazy is that? Day one open back up. Brian Colin joining us. He's such a legend in the industry. We've grouped almost all of his games together. Xenophobe, Spectrophiles, The Darks, Deathstalkers, Rampage World Tour, Rampage, Zawackery, Blasted, International Team Laser, Pigskin, and Arch Rivals. Tomas saying, did you expand and widen the Shmups room? Unfortunately, the Shmups room is about as wide as it can get. We are working on, we still have to move some games around. Put some thinner games in there. Maybe it won't be as filled with Shmups as it was, and those will be out in some other spots, but we'll see. Trying to make it as spacious as possible. Still a little warm in there, but after the next Canton expansion, that'll be taken care of as well. Gabe saying, did you know Sonic Championship is also called Sonic the Fighters in Japan? Absolutely, I did know that. Everett saying, damn, new world record. You know, it's going to happen a lot. There's so many new Monday Mystery games that the regulars haven't put scores in on, so it'll be good to see all those new scores going in. Brady joining us. What is up, man? Thank you for being here. Brian saying, hopefully I can visit at some point now, but I'm still not comfortable going out and traveling much. We understand that. It's ever to each their own. Like, when you're ready, we're going to be here. So, whenever is good for you. Paul, I will let Fat Chris know that you're saying what's up. Let's see. Jordan, thank you for joining us. And Raymond, thank you for being here. Steve is joining us. Thank you, man. Great to see you. Dan Icavelli saying, here's a question. How many games are in the Atari row? Let's go down that Atari row real quick. And then Gabe asking about Primal Rage. Primal Rage is right over here, so let's jump over to that real fast. Primal Rage, and then Primal Rage 2. So rare. This is a crazy thing. So this is like considered one of the holy grails of arcade collecting right here, and it's sitting right here. This, however, also considered one of the holy grails, and the fact that there's a ton of Primal Rage cabinets out there. The last known version of Primal Rage was 2.3. However, in Japan there was 2.3J, which was the 2.3 version, but the Japanese version. It's not on MAME, it's not anywhere except for right here, and the last update to the game gave it controls more like Street Fighter. So leading up to that, like most of the time you would hold two buttons and then do a move, and that would be how your special moves were done. But people wanted it to be more like Street Fighter. So the final reiteration of the final version of the game in Japan, they gave it more Street Fighter controls, down to forward and a button, and back, forward, and a button. So they refined it, but it's one that you're not going to see anywhere else, just here. So this Atari row, let's have a look. Tempest, Major Havoc, Space Duel, Black Widow, Gravatar, Battlezone, Red Baron, Lunar Lander, Asteroids Deluxe, and then Blasteroids. Then, step over here, you've got Stunt Cycle, Roadrunner, Peter Packrat, Marble Madness, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, Road Blasters, Xevious, Paperboy, who doesn't love Paperboy, 720, Assault, Tubin, with working waterfall motors going on, Millipede, Centipede, Liberator, Warlords, and Dig Dug. So pretty solid Atari lineup, I would say. Peter saying, I love the rares. Oh, me too, man, absolutely. Let's see. Ken saying, show the Williams row. Let's go over to the Williams row. Ian, what is up, man? Thank you for being here. Matt is joining us, and Michael, thank you both for being here. Hello, hello. So our Williams row, we've got Joust 2, Defender, Stargate, Moon Patrol, Robotron 2084, Make Tracks, Moto Race, Sinistar, Bubbles, Splat, Blaster in the wooden cabinet, outrageously rare, Inferno, Turkey Shoot, Narc, Smash TV, and Hit the Ice. And you know, I just had a second, I just walked past one of the most master techs of all arcade repair. We got Doug Fox right here. He's been here since 6:30 this morning. He's lost his mind repairing machines all day. How many machines do you think you fixed today? 24? Insane. Have to take a second to let everybody, like Doug Fox, who's helped us fix hundreds and hundreds of machines here. Everybody needs to give Doug a huge shout out, because we could not do what we do without Doug. And he is such an integral part of what we do. And everybody that enjoys playing games here, you got to give Doug thanks for what you're doing. So, people, Dan Icabelli saying, give you a raise. That's
It's okay.
So we appreciate what you do, man, for sure. So he's right back on it. He's already back fixing. He wants that Space Invaders Deluxe. He worked so hard to get Space Invaders Deluxe going, and then it has. It's like anything. It's these machines. Space Invaders was in storage for it was in the vaults for the. No, it was actually in storage for a long time. So it being there, it's not running. It's not used to 15-hour days. So we gotta get it ready, and I think it'll be up to the challenge now. So Everett asking, here's another one Doug worked on today, Black Widow. What's going on with it?
Just convergence problems in the monitor.
Such an amazing game, something that I know guys like Jimbo Slice love I love Black Widow. And it was just not right this morning, but Doug knocked it out, took care of it. He's just been tearing through the list. Everett asking about the world record on Steel Gunner 2. Let's head over to it. You know, I think that's changed hands. I want to say Fat Chris put up a new Steel Gunner 2 world record earlier today. Yeah, I was going to show the card, but the card is gone because Fat Chris put up a new world record on it. Ronald, Benny, huge shout outs to Benny, saying that he's bringing Ronald here on Sunday. Can't wait to have you both here. Thank you for coming. Can't wait to have you out here. Johnny saying, I just heard Satan's Hollow, I believe. Probably a different Bally Midway game. We're a little far away from it. Chris saying, do you have group pricing? My friends and myself used to play at Chicago Game Company back in the 80s and 90s, and I think this would be fun. So our group rates start at 30 people, but it's every day it's just $20 per person to get in, open to close. We're still fine-tuning the hours. We're not sure what to expect. We're typically open until 2 a.m., but I think for the weekend we will be. We'll be 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. on Friday and Saturday and Sunday. Monday through Thursday, we'll have to see. We're going to play it by ear. I believe we're going to be open until 10, but if it's busy, you know, we don't like to, we're not kicking people out, so we'll see. Charles saying, what's the story on how you acquired a King of Fighters 13? So I love the King of Fighters games, and it was one that it popped up on auction in Japan. Actually, no. King of Fighters 13, we actually ordered from Coin Op Express. Right there. Running on the original Taito Type X2. So what happened was when we had ordered Ultra Street Fighter 4, and that was an expensive game to order as a kid. This was early on. This was early when we opened. It was, I believe it was like $13,000 for the kit in Japan to get it. Single player, no less. So they said that Street Fighter 4 Ultra Arcade Edition was not coming out on any console. They're like, okay, we need it here at the arcade. This is 2010. So we put our order in. We were waiting for it to ship. Like 2 months in, they announced that they actually decided to do it for the home console, with obviously more costumes and more things to unlock, better balance patches and everything. And it was like, we just spent 12 grand on a game that's going to be obsolete. So what can we do? We asked for a refund, and they're like, yeah, we can't give a full refund. You can order other stuff. So at the time they were like, well, King of Fighters 13 was coming out. I was like, oh, let's get that. And same thing, they're like, yeah, it's probably not coming to console. And sure enough, later it would be coming to console, but we switched the order to, it was much, much less expensive than Street Fighter 4. So we got that all refunded, and then we got King of Fighters 13. And we had people coming in from, it was still very early for us, but people were coming in from Indianapolis, or Indiana and Wisconsin. It was just very awesome. Gabe asking what games have the most dip switches. There's a few Konami games that have 2 rows of 8 and then a bank of 4, so those are probably the ones with the most. Paul DeCruz asking, same characters in Primal Rage 1 and 2. So it's the dinosaurs, there's the same dinosaurs, but then there are basically their avatars, which are like humanoid characters that you play as, and you transform back and forth between the humanoids and the dinosaurs. Gary saying, can we see Altered Beast? I was finally able to beat it there thanks to free play. That last level is a nightmare. Oh, playing as the golden werewolf and face it off against Neff. So tough, so tough. George, hello. Can't wait till to have you out here, man. Let's see. Peter saving the cabinets looks so mint and clean. Spent a lot of time cleaning and prepping and making sure that everything is going to be great for when everybody is back in. We've missed everybody so much, and now that we're back reopened to the public as of Saturday, we're ready. We're almost ready, I should say. James saying, is there a Mr. Do on the floor? We've got, we do. Let me head over to it. Rob saying 27 Atari, and that's just in that row. There's, oh, you know what? I forgot the other side of that wall. Let's go up this way by Stunt Cycle. How could I forget? So here was Stunt Cycle, but if we keep going this way, you've got Arabian, Kangaroo, and Crystal Castles to round out the Atari row. How could I forget? Ken Walker's saying 20 hours for 14 hours of gameplay. There are multi-day pass discounts, weekly, monthly, yearly, and lifetime. Absolutely. If you're thinking of coming out more than a couple of, like, if you're coming out once a week, a month pass is definitely the way to go. George saying, I loved Rolling Thunder. Do you enjoy the game? Love it. Amazing game. Right here. The only thing I don't like about the Rolling Thunder game, or its cabinet, would be that the marquee, solid wood, no light on it. No way to illuminate it. Pretty much every other game has a light behind it. I don't know why they did that. It doesn't make any sense to me. Brandon saying Mortal Kombat. Oh, we've got some Mortal Kombat. We've got all 4 Mortal Kombats. Technically, we've got MK1, MK2, MK3, Ultimate MK3, Mortal Kombat 4. This guy. Oh. Jeff and Fat Chris chatting there. So we've got Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat 2, MK3, Ultimate MK3, original boards. We just did a 2-in-1 cabinet, so you flip this switch and it's the other game. But all original hardware. We don't allow any emulators or anything like that. Mortal Kombat 4, Killer Instinct, Killer Instinct 2, War Gods, Biofreaks, unreleased prototype game. You can check out Maximilian did a boss rage with Biofreaks. Very, very cool. Then NBA Jam, Burning Force, awesome lineup. Paul's Gabe saying, what's the rarest Japan exclusive? That is a tough call. There are so many rare There are so many rare Japanese games here. Games like Gamshara, Gundhara, Kaiju no Gakushuyu. They're all ones that you'll probably never see at another arcade here in the U.S. And since they came out so long ago, most of them you'll probably, even if you were in Japan, the chances of seeing them in Japan are next to none. Stuff like Warrior Blade, Rastan Saga 3, you'd never see that. Contra Evolution, this is the only second known board set. That one's out actually from China though. But just so many rare games here. Dragon Gun. It took me years to find this board. It took me years to find these original dedicated guns. Just so amazing. Ultra X Weapons, like, you're not gonna see this anywhere else. Amazing Ultraman game. Ultra Touken Densetsu. A Godzilla arcade game. Just stuff you will, Ninja Spirit, outrageously rare, even in Japan. Ribbit, unreleased prototype. Magical Cat Adventure, Gundhara, just game after game that, like, the chances of you being able to play these on original arcade hardware anywhere else in the world, it's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. Paul asking, are you doing a Saturday walk around video? We are shooting to, I can't see how we wouldn't. Let's see. Patterson saying 9 hours away from me, my local retro arcade is nice, but nowhere near this nice. 773 games to play here. Just row after row. You go from one building to the next. This is our schmutz room area. We gotta fix the heat in here. It's definitely warm. But we'll get it, we'll get it. We're working on it, we're working on it. And then there's 3 more buildings that are all jam-packed. Braxton saying, nice setup. Nice setup, brother. Thank you so much for that. Dylan's saying kudos to y'all for having this collection. It has been a tremendous effort to get all these rare games in one place. Battletoads, 3-player. Just the list goes on and on. Check out Zero Team, such a good game, such a good game. It is, if you go on our GallopingGhostArcade.com, you can check out the full list of all 773 games that we have. James saying, awesome Doug. Ian asking what's Doug's favorite game. He doesn't play a ton, surprisingly. He loves fixing them though. Paul saying we need to walk through the gym. We could do that soon. Braxton saying, what's your favorite machine? So my personal favorite machine would probably have to be Narc, which was the first arcade game I ever purchased. I was 16 when I bought my Narc cabinet. This unfortunately is not my Narc cabinet that I purchased. I sold that one years ago, but right there. And I know I've told this story 100 times, but if you're new to watching, so we had a developers day where we got everybody that worked on Narc to come out. George Petro, Eugene Jarvis, Warren Davis, Mark Lafredo, just everybody, Larry DeMar, everybody from the Williams team came out to tell their stories about working on Narc. Todd Allen. It was just unbelievable. The night before, George Petro called me up and he's like, hey, do you have an extra Narc board? I'm not even thinking about it. I'm so focused on getting ready for this Narc Developers Day. I'm like, yeah. I took it out to him, gave it to him, drove back, went back to working on the event. And the next day at the start of the event, George Petro comes up and he hands me a board. He hands me my board bag. He's like, here's your board bag. So here's what happened. There was a level, a bonus level, that we put out on test, and it was crashing the game. The game was so close to coming out, we just scrapped it. It's like I finished that. And now you have the only board with that bonus level on there. And that's that version right there that you play every time you come here. Something that when it came out, it's better than when it came out. It's more complete. It's the developer's true vision of the game to have this level, and just costs and time and deadlines and everything made it not happen. But now it's the way it should be, and we are here. Everybody can play it. Look, now we got Ken Walker joining us.
Hey everybody.
Master Tech from Galloping Ghost Pinball.
Shout out.
Thank you for being here, man.
Yeah,
Thank you for all you do down at Galloping Ghost Pinball, too. It's awesome.
My pleasure. You know, one of the things I want to talk about, the reason I stopped in, when you started the stream about 25, 30 minutes ago, I was downtown Chicago. I'm going back to work and everything. Sitting on Metro, here in 20 minutes, 5-minute walk, right here. So if you find yourself downtown Chicago, Galloping Ghost is a 20 to 30 minute train ride.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much.
I got to run. I got dinner. Dinner. I'll be by pinball tonight to work.
Awesome, man. I will see you over there. Thank you, man. Ken Walker. Shout out to Scott Mikulski, one of the legends of the industry. Scott, was just thinking about you today. Cannot wait to have you out here at the arcade again soon. Ian saying, can we see Stratovox? Oh, absolutely. There's Scott Mikulski right there on our Legends of the Industry wall. Stratovox right there. Looking good, playing good. Fraser Smith from the UK. Hello, hello. Thank you for being here. Ronald saying, do you have classes on building and repairs? We used to have them fairly regularly. We've been so busy, we've kind of drifted off, but we can definitely get back on track on doing those. So stay tuned to our Facebook page, because it is something that we have been kind of kicking around. Let's see. Chris, thank you for being here. Dan Icavelli saying, where is Clax? Clax, one of the few machines that hasn't really moved. Right here, Clax, right there. Great looking cabinet. Ronald saying, you rock, dude. Doug is cooler though. Sure, man, that's, I'll let him know. Randy saying, shout out to all the old game techs. You know, that is one piece of history. Guys like Doug that have been doing this for 30 plus years, these guys have seen it all. They've seen all the arcades build up. They've seen them come and they've seen them go. And it's just awesome to hear so many of the stories and see the games that he knows, and it's just been amazing. It's that little told story, side story of these techs that have been around forever. And again, that's a big element. Some of the guys that ran routes, and a lot of stories out there to be had. Brian saying, good day, Doc. 5 more days. Can't wait to have you out, man. Brian saying, would obtaining a Magic the Gathering Armageddon machine needs your biggest acquisition? So, those Magic the Gathering machines, maybe there's one in the vaults. Maybe. I'm not saying we have one, but the vaults have a lot of crazy things. A lot of crazy games in there for sure. Santiago, what is up, man? Thank you for being here. Tim saying, any upgrades or repairs made to Blood Brothers? Blood Brothers has always held up pretty good. I don't think there was anything wrong with that one. I'd have to double check my list. We've fixed so many things, just from little things to can't tell you how many monitors we've recapped in the last few months. Santos saying, sounds live in there. It's good to have all the noises going on. Randy asking, where are you located? We are located in Brookfield, Illinois. We're about 15 minutes out of the city. Charles saying I was wrong about Primal Rage 2 concerning the avatars. I need to play more when I'm there in 2 months. That was a big thing with Primal Rage 2. Everybody was kind of hard on the game when it was out and tested. I think it was way ahead of its time when it was coming out. I don't think players knew how to do all the combos, and you were supposed to start in one form, shift to the other form, and then continue the combo on. So there's a lot of little nuances that I think it was just the players weren't ready for it. Everett asking, do we have Rastan? We've got Rastan, Nastar Warrior, which is Rastan Saga 2, and then Warrior Blade, Rastan Saga 3. So we have all 3 Rastan games. Ian saying, can we see Astro Fighter and Astro Blaster? Oh, we absolutely can. Freddie asking about Rygar. We absolutely do have Rygar. Todd, what is up, man? Great to have you here. Rynell saying that's paradise, sir. Thank you so much, man. I would agree. It's where I want to be every day. Shane's saying, can you show us your spin and win machine? That's one we don't have. Astro Fighter, right next to Astro Blaster, all original dedicated. So nice to have those side by side. Here's one you don't get to see too often. We got Buck Rogers right there. Mock Breakers, Dragon Breed, Solar Assault, the 3D version of Gradius, essentially, Pro Gear, Castlevania, the arcade, right next to Silent Hill, the arcade. Gotta do something with Silent Hill still. Brian saying, can't wait to play Ninja Baseball Batman. Great game, great game. Matthew saying, WrestleFest. Oh, we absolutely have it. Nuno saying, how much do you pay every month for electricity? Our electric bill it's a lot. It's a lot every month. It's a lot, but it's the cost of doing business. David asking, do we have Dragon Slayer? Absolutely, Dragon Slayer is working. Ronald saying, my family plugs you whenever games are brought up. We come about 4 times a year. It's a day adventure. We have Yeti Station Aurora 10 minutes away. On Sundays they had half-price burgers. Yeti Station, haven't been there yet, but very talked with the owners as they were opening. Amazing guys, cannot wait to check that place out. Have heard nothing but good things and wish them the best for sure. And definitely a place I can't wait to get to. Let's see. Paul asking if Ken will be here on August 7th. Everett saying, is that Tinkle Pit? Let's take a walk over to our Tinkle Pit machine. Tinkle Pit is right here. Ended up right next to the bathroom. Somebody trying to be funny. Scott Piculsi saying, I'll be there. Can't wait, man. Very excited to have you out here. Tom saying, when are we going to get a home release of Spectre Files and Deathstalkers? Might not be too much longer. Halloween is coming up. We will see. David saying, can we see Dragon Slayer 1 and 2? Absolutely. Take a quick run over to him. I think 1 is on. I don't think 2 is on yet. Fully working. Just need to turn on. So look at that. That's our custom setup on our Dragon Slayer. That sword and top was that's from my personal collection. I've had that sword since I think I got that when I was like maybe eight or 9 years old. Space Ace, Dragon Slayer 2. Shane saying I'd love to get Dark Presence whenever it's out. So I was just talking with Jeremiah. Looks like we'll have it here on the arcade floor in July at some point, probably towards the middle of July. So we'll have an extended playthrough of Dark Presence as a beta testing. So Gabe asking, is Red Earth in the vault? So Red Earth, the one-on-one fighting game from Capcom, is it's not in the vaults because it is right here on the arcade floor as Warzard, running on the original CPS3 hardware. Paul saying, Doc, you are awesome. About what a cool guy you are. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you very much for that. Very much appreciated. Mark saying, I've been checking daily for Time Gal for you. You are right, very rare. I had second CD version. I'll keep checking. Mark, thank you so much. There's literally, from my knowledge, and I've talked to a lot of arcade people. I don't know of any real dedicated machines here in the U.S. It would definitely be out in Japan. I've never heard of anybody seeing one or anything. Let's see. Blake saying, awesome to see you doing a tour, refreshing for the times. Would you happen to have any classic cockpit arcades? Stay awesome. Thank you so much for that, man. So as far as sit-down cockpits, we've got a couple. We've got our, we might break up, so don't go anywhere if it cuts out. We'll be right back in. Just going from building to building, the Wi-Fi changes signal so much. It's so awesome in the sit-down one. Ian saying you should put Colony 7 game in the Colony Motel across the street. That would be funny. That would be funny. Alexis asking, do you have Dark Escape 4D? That we don't have on the arcade floor, but could be in the vaults. Every Monday, we put up a new game with the Monday Mystery Game, so if it's not here yet, maybe it'll be here next week. Let's see here. Cheyenne asking, any plans to get Firefox Laserdisc game from Atari? Great game, amazing game. Same thing. Who knows? Maybe it's in the vaults. It's Monday is coming up. Something new is going on the floor. You know, saying, show us your biceps. Next time. Faspy saying, Doc, you're amazing. Thank you and your staff for the hard work. The arcade looks and sounds amazing. Hope to visit this later this year from Hawaii. Take care. Thank you so much, man. We cannot wait to have you out. That'd be great to have you out. Paul DeCruz asking, do you remember Sewer Shark? Of course, the pack-in game for the Sega CD. Absolutely love it. Love it. Tim saying, I so love arcades. The music from those machines are so cool today. I just finished my 30-track album based on the Commodore 64. I plan to sell my album soon. Tim, would love to hear it, man. That's awesome. Congrats. Gabe saying, what's the newest game release date wise? So that would actually be Spectre Files, the Deathstalker. That came out at the end of 2018. Chris Tang is just joining us, one of the legends of the industry. Thank you for being here, man. Very awesome to have you. Alexis saying, I know you are low on space and all. I love the oversized stuff. We do too. We've just been putting up Savage Quest. We put up Line of Fire. We've got a lot of the bigger games still in the vaults. And so there'll be more coming. There'll be more coming for sure. We are going to the next expansion is well underway, so it's hopefully we'll have room to get more on the floor very, very soon. You know what I'm saying? No smoking there. No, there's a pretty strict no indoor smoking at over here. Tim saying Primal Rage Developers Day. Oh, that would be amazing. Love to have Chris Tang and everybody that worked out on Primal Rage out here. Tom saying, sending 150 stars for developing Deathstalkers. Thank you so much for that, man. Very, very much appreciated. Very awesome of you. We had Scott Pekulski in not too long ago. He was one dirty pigskin football. How awesome is that? But, you know, I'm going to get running. I know Doug has to leave soon. So we will cut it right there. We will be back tomorrow at, hopefully around 5 p.m. Appreciate everybody stopping by and hanging out and chatting. Hope you can make it tomorrow. Should be on time tomorrow, I would think, but you never know. You never know. So I appreciate everybody. Hope to see a bunch of you on Saturday. If you're coming in, make sure you, if you want to chat, just if I'm not, I'll be here for sure. But if you can't find me, just ask me at the counter to get in touch with me, and we'll make sure we chat. So thanks everybody. Hope everybody is doing well, staying safe. Until tomorrow at around this time, thanks everybody. This is Doc Mack from the Galloping Ghost Arcade. Stay safe, everybody.